hello, hello. Happy New Year. Happy January. Can't believe we have turned another year. I say that every week. I can't believe. Time just passes so fast. Today is my mom's birthday, so I will be heading out after this and I'm going to go take her to lunch. So feel free to wish her a happy birthday. Her name is Cheryl. Today, that would be awesome. But I'm here today to reveal our January box, which just got sent out to members, and cue the furnace, which I should always go up and set it so that it maybe won't run as much, but then I forget to turn it back up and we're freezing like later on, like why are we so cold? Oh, because I forgot to change the thermostat again. Quick announcement. Hello, Darcy. Quick announcement, and that is that our Newsday Tuesday / Friday features comment people that all went into the pot for the $30 shop credit. The winner for December is Jen, and I'm probably going to say your name wrong, Jen Marazis. Marazis? I hope that I'm saying that correctly. Jen is a box member. So she is getting $30 credit. Not that you have to be a box member to be eligible to win. You just have to answer our Newsday Tuesday questions. You go into a drawing every week after getting that email, and you have to comment below down here in the comments of Friday features, and your name will go in as well for the drawing. You get 2 entries for the Newsday Tuesday and 1 for your weekly entry in this Friday features thread. So let me know if you're here. I see Darcy. Let me see who else is here. We are accepting new members right now. Hi, Tori. To our Boxed Up subscription. So this month is a key month. This is one of those 4 months out of the year that you can join now. Hi, Karen. And be able to choose, hi, Kathleen, either monthly or quarterly. So if you're thinking you want to dabble your way into some of these DIY projects, and it would be fun to get them, but you're not sure you're quite ready for a project every month, this is one of your 4 chances a year to be able to sign up for the quarterly subscription, because February's box is a quarterly box. We send quarterly boxes in February, March, April, May. I have to think, and my battery's already going dead. February, May, August, and November. So in January, your box payment comes out in January, and that means that you will be getting a February box because we ship at the beginning of the month. So the payments come out on the 10th of the month after that first initial payment. So if you were to sign up today, your first payment comes out today, and then your next one comes out either next month or next quarter, the month prior to the box you are going to get. So everybody's payment that comes out on January 10th secures the February box, and so on and so on. So this is our January box here, and I've got my sample over there. And we also do a giveaway inside our box group, and Miss Joey Marone won the giveaway for December. Inside there, they also get a shop credit for doing some things inside the private Facebook group. But Jen was our winner for here on the public page, the $30 shop credit. So inside here, it's a very lightweight box this week. Last month was much heavier. It's kind of like, you never know. It could be very lightweight, it could be very heavy. You just never know. But let's go ahead and reveal this. So this is what they had in their box. So first of all, this one of course is in more of a knot than some of the others. Hi, Pat. Is it sunny? I don't know. I haven't really noticed yet. I've been down here. And the way the furnace is running, like last week I was warm when I was doing this, so I didn't have a sweater on. Today I'm freezing again. So there are 3 of these little tiles in here. Number 1, see they're like a thicker tile, and this one in particular has a frame. This little frame is a separate piece around a snowflake. And then there is a little hot cocoa mug. So there's 3 little marshmallows. It's got, oops, it's sideways. There. 3 little marshmallows, a candy cane, and a snowflake. And those are all three-dimensional as well. And then another piece is, slide that piece back down. You can see it's like a winter hat. What do they call it? The name is escaping me. Is it a tassel cap? Just a winter hat with a pom-pom. So those three are in there. And then some command strips, a mini glue, some application sponges, project card, and then let me get this out of the paper. And then there's this wrapped up 3-unit piece here that is a three opening frame. So what does that make? If you want, it's your choice. Okay, and then here's the project card. So let me show you what you can make with this. So this is what you can make with what's in the box. And this is the coloring that I made. This is a leaning, we're calling it the leaning tower of tiles because it leans. You can't really put a hook here because of these backer pieces sticking out, but you could finagle kind of a couple of hooks here and use twine or beads or something to hang it if you wanted. But these three pieces, and you can see I messed up my one. I didn't put them all the same. But the three pieces have this little hole that you can push in to pop out your pieces. So the original pieces that come with this unit don't necessarily need this command strip. I'll tell you why we gave them though. Without that command strip, the pieces just rest in there because they're a little bit thicker. These are 1/4 inch thick pieces. So they just rest in there because this leans. So they would just rest in there. But we put them in there just for the added, you know, so they don't fall out accidentally. But that's just the little like peek hole that you just kind of push your finger through and pop these out. Okay. So that's what the project in itself with what comes in here looks like. So that's what's on the front of our project card. But the person that we have kind of partnered up with making some of these projects purposely designed this project for us at our request to be able to accommodate our interchangeable mini tiles. So let me take these ones out. So I can pop those out, and then let's say, like one of the examples that I showed on our project card was maybe you want to put the Pittsburgh tiles in. Get it straight. So if I pop these three in, then you have an option for using our particular tiles. So it becomes a project that you can use for winter and only winter if you want, or you can pair any three tiles from our shop and put them together. So we have plenty of ones that are Pittsburgh. There's actually another one. It's the Pennsylvania with a little heart where Pittsburgh is. But if you wanted to see like some different options, pop these back out. Like at Christmas time, I'm not going to press them. I'm not going to snap them into place, but I'm going to kind of rest them in here just so you can see. Like you could use three holiday themes. So my gingerbread men, cookies for Santa, baking spirits bright. Maybe you want to pop in a different color. Maybe you want to use joy in there. Most of our designs, and then we had the everything peppermint, and then we had the sweet but twisted from this last, and then there's also life is short, this little guy. So most of our seasonal tiles, like there were 2 Grinch ones, but you could always put, like we had don't get your tinsel in a tangle. You could always pair those 3 together. I had shown maybe you want to do like something that's bee themed together. Put those 3 in there. So most of our tiles have multiple options, and if they don't yet, we will probably at some point have them. So like we have 3 leaves that you could plop in there. What else did I pull? Like in the fall, we have lots of fall, Thanksgiving, autumn skies. I love fall, gobble, gobble, gobble. We have tons of different options that you could mix and match together. I will probably be, well, I don't know that I necessarily need to. I think we have some mittens that go with a winter theme. I paired this on our project card with some pieces that we've used in the past. This was from our holiday box a couple of years ago, that angled riser that we used. So the mittens and the little hat. But here's an example of, there's the bees, the bee themed in there. And there's all the raw pieces laid out. And then here's the Pittsburgh themed. But we wanted this to be something versatile for all year long. So we have just a few of these extra boxes. If you are interested in doing this particular project so that you can use any of the tiles that we have already put that go with our interchangeable mini signs. And you know, we always like to have multiple options, if at all possible, for uses for the project, so that it is reusable all year long, you know, if possible, if it's not necessarily a theme. So this one, we tried to cover both. We tried to cover a little bit of winter, so you can, you know, use that. And the other thing too about this one, the frame, let me see if it's in here. Let me put it back. The snowflake one, I told you that the frame actually was it was packaged with the snowflake, but I changed my frame and put it with the hot cocoa, simply because after I laid mine all out, I had to really think about my coloring and everything. But when I laid out my colors, I realized I was trying to do like a little bit of the whitewash, a little bit of white stain, and black. So when I laid mine all out and put it together, my frame was down here with the snowflake, and I had stained it. And I felt like I wanted the frame in the center. I felt like it was more proportionate to the other two with the frame in the center. So I changed it to a black frame and put it in the center. But you could put that frame on any of the 3, and you can do your colors in whatever you would want. So I just really like the fact that this is, you know, usable now for winter. And I personally tried to keep it, because my snowman theme that we did last year, my tiered tray, is pretty much all black and white. So I was trying to just stick with mostly black and white, and then throw in some pops of stain, because I like to have that for all year long. Like my base, I wanted to have the stain and the white, because I pretty much rotate around those colors throughout the entire year. And it kind of gave me a neutral base. And the one thing that I actually just posted in our private group about was, I originally had the background just stained. But there's a little, and you can't see it, hopefully you can't see it now, but there's a little marking on each of these backer pieces that we glue on. There's a little marking that says "this end up." And obviously I failed to read the message on this one, because I got "this end up." It really doesn't matter. I put mine sideways, because when you turn it over, you don't see that marking. You're focusing on gluing it. And then when I turned it over, I was like, oops, this end up went sideways. But you could kind of see that only when I was using some of our tiles. You could kind of see the etching that said that. So I went back and I painted my backgrounds black. I started out just doing the edges, because that's all you're going to see. But when you, that way, because these pieces that we're using now are perfectly squared off, but some of the ones we've used in the past had a little curve on them, and there's ever so slightly just a tiny bit of difference in size on these. So we made sure that she designed it so that it would fit both of them. So if you have the older tiles or the newer tiles. The newer tiles are just a tiny bit smaller, So you can see a little bit of that background. And just to make sure you don't see that little etching that says this end up, I painted mine black just because it blends in, and then you don't see it at all. So it fits both the older and the newer tiles, as well as our specific set that goes with this unit. Pop it back in there. And then that's it. Why isn't it popping in? There we go. So, Leaning Tower of Tiles, that is our project for January. Sign up now. Well, you could order this particular box while supplies last, while we have those few extras. We won't be making more of these. These are an exclusive boxed up project, but for those few extras, if you're somebody that has a lot of those interchangeable mini tiles and you want another way to display them, then this would work well for you. And then our February box, we're super excited about. We are back to working with my dear friend Larry, who's helping us out with that particular project, and that will be versatile and usable for all year long. So we're excited about that as well. We've got a lot of great ideas. This is the last couple of days I have been mapping out. Like we have like 6 months of knowing what we're doing. And you would think that not for the boxes, that's different, but just knowing like, what are we doing on a Friday features? When is our next this, or when is our next that? So I feel like I'm way further ahead in terms of like what's coming. But box ideas, we always have to do that. But for Friday features, we're a lot further ahead for that too. Hanger for the back. You would like to hang it. So I'm thinking maybe, and we can talk about this too during Tea Time Talk, which I think I scheduled for this coming Wednesday. But I'm thinking just something like a simple little like a ring hook like this, maybe. The only thing you're going to have to be careful about is that the screw is not too long. Like mine would be too long. It would be too long. It would poke through the other side. And if you don't get it right where the frame is, then it's definitely going to be too long. So it might be more of a, if you have like a manual staple gun or something, that you might be able to just staple some string or some twine or some ribbon. You might be able to get away with just gluing, like, what is the word I'm using? Like hot gluing the ends, balling it up and hot gluing it on real good, because it's not that heavy. So you probably could do something like that with ribbon. And if I remember right, Darcy, was it you that told me that a lot of times you just tape ribbon or string on the backs of some of your lightweight things so that they're hangable? The sawtooth, the thing about the sawtooth is that's normally what I would recommend. It might work. Well, you know what? If you put it up here and by the time you put it in, it's going to be flush with these backer pieces. So that's why we didn't give a hanger for here, but you might be able to gently tap it in. Again, you just don't want to you want to make sure it doesn't come through the other side. So it's possible if you were to try to get it not so close to the edge that it splits anything, but you just don't want it to come through, your planked side. And same thing with command strips. You could use them as long as you use them on these pieces here. So that's a good idea too. If you do the command strips, I would put them, here's some right here. I guess that would work fine. I would put them here, like here and here, a set here and here, because of that part sticking out. If you put them up here, it's not going to be flush against the wall. It's going to stick out from this. But you could do that on here and here. So that might be a really good option. Then you're not putting any nails in the wall. And, you can swap it out that way as well. but tape might just be fine. It depends on how heavy. If you put beads on your twine and try to make it, you know, a little bit heavier, you just got to make sure that it works. But I think if you have like a manual staple gun too, I would just try to staple on the edges that have the frame where you have a little bit more thickness. Tape is probably, like blue tape is probably, or glue is probably your safest bet when it comes to putting string or twine on, but you could definitely try using the command strips as well. So good idea, Tori. Thank you for suggesting that. And if we think of anything else, we'll cover all of that Tuesday night when we get together for our tea time talk in the group. So I hope you guys like that project. Grab one of the extras while the supplies last. And what time is it? I am just about right on time, and I am going to head over and get my mom and go have some lunch. So if you would like, tell my mom happy birthday in the comments below. You guys did that for my grandmother, and I'm so thankful that you did that, being that that was the last birthday that we had celebrated with her this last year. So that was really nice for her to read those. But my mom's name is Cheryl, so I'm sure she would love any extra birthday wishes that come her way. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next time. Thanks, everybody. Bye.